Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ATX Metal Podcast. I'm your host, Ryan, here with another episode with a brand new band to me, and as I just found out, literally a brand new band to everybody else. They got some stuff on Spotify, but they do have an album coming up. They've got a handful of shows coming up. One at Come and Take It with Un Loco. So they're going to be out there on the streets and letting you know who they are. So let's meet them. So guys, introduce yourself, who you are, where you're from, and what you do in the band, and then we'll just go from there.
Yeah, man. Pleasure to be here, dude. I'm Joe, frontman vocalist for Seratonin from the Central Texas area, and we got our main guitars here.
What's up? I'm Randall. Yeah, I play the guitar in the band, and I'm originally from Louisiana, but love to be here in Austin, Texas.
We won't shame you for being from Louisiana. Don't worry about it.
Hard enough.
I'm a transplant myself. I'm from North Carolina, but I've been here for 16 years. So people tell me that I get like a hall pass for being a Texan now. So, but anyway, guys, thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you, man.
I went back through our Instagram feed or our messages, and I believe I found you guys off of a flyer, and I'm starting to see more of those, whereas, mostly when you book a bill, it's kind of the same-ish sound, but a lineup like that, I mean, you've got nu metal, you've got death, I mean, you've got all kinds of fun stuff in there, thrash. So let's introduce you guys to everybody, what you guys sound like, for fans of, just so they can kind of, understand what they're getting ready to go see when they come see you.
Nice, man. Well, we're definitely a very, very high energy, man. Unapologetic, raw, high octane music. I'd say it's pretty versed as far as genre goes. We're not really, too set in a box, but we like to explore different sounds, just anything to get the crowd moving, dude. Anything to get them moving.
Some of the, for fans of kind of references we think of, Drowning Pools, definitely, like the Sinners album's a big influence of ours.
Major.
Seven Dust, in a sense, we really love the punch and the drive of Seven Dust and the energy. And, beyond that, we have a lot of influences that I wouldn't necessarily say, oh, well, if you love System of a Down, you're going to love us. But as a guitarist, Darren is a big influence on me. So,
well, cool. Let's get into the origins. So we've got you two and the other two. Who are they and what do they do?
So we got Eric on bass and then Jeremiah on the drums. And I'd say about a year ago, I was jamming with some other cats, and I met our now current bassist Eric through some mutual friends, and just said, "Hey, man, let's play some music." So we started meeting together every week, man, and then kind of took a little hiatus, and then he introduced us to his friend Jeremiah, again, our current drummer, and then this gentleman here had moved down here from Louisiana, and it just kind of transpired so quickly, man.
So you are you guys are all original band members of Seratonin, but the brainchild it's your idea, yours and Eric's?
It was definitely founded in my mind as far as the name goes and the idea, but of course we're all contributing founders for sure.
Okay. So Seratonin. Why? I just like to ask about the band names. Some people say, "Oh, we found it in a dictionary and we liked it," and others are like, "I saw it on an ad," or I don't know. Why Seratonin? Because the first thing I think of is the song Seratonin from 1056, and it is fucking heavy as nails. So just curious, why Seratonin?
Man, the name just spawned to me one day. Looking at the word, I think it's just spelled out very nicely. It has a good linguistic sound to it. It has the T divides the word up equally, and I think it's kind of a sort of a commentary on the state of the world. Everyone's kind of seems feel, a little down. Everyone's on their phone, chasing that serotonin, looking for the next
Mm-hmm.
best thing. So, but yeah.
Yeah, we think about it a lot, man. We talk a lot just about what we're doing, why we're doing it, where we want to go, and the dopamine is the quick fix, right, on the phone,
Yeah.
and the this, the that, right? And serotonin is actually more the long-term reward structure chemical of the brain. So that's just another thing that we're about, getting out, getting off the couch, getting off your fucking phones, coming to a show, meeting people, making friends, getting to the gym, whatever it is, just building that like healthy long-term kind of
Well, yeah.
like rise back up, man. Like get off the feed, get off the brain rot.
Yeah, man. You gotta switch your algorithm up, I think is what he's saying. And by
Yeah.
algorithm, he means throw your phone away, buy a ticket, and go see a show. Don't take your phone. I challenge, it's very hard these days to get out, right? I mean, it was tough, back then, and you had to do street team style stuff where you're handing out flyers at the end of shows, or you're handing out demo CDs, or you're literally just going to other shows to support local bands, but then also pimping your band out while you're there. And the more that I talk to bands that I've known for years that have also been in the game for, decades, but then guys like you, there is this resounding message that people are kind of tired of the super polished sound and the overproduction and the social media grind. And they just like, fuck all this, just print some CDs, some flyers, and some shirts, and come see us at a show. And I don't think that's being lazy. I think I think that's how it should be versus, boy, well, what's your follower count on Spotify and how many downloads do you have? Like, I get it. It's part of the whole deal because the venues want to make sure that the bands that they're booking are going to bring people in to basically, fill the bar up and run that tab as high as it can go. Cause that's where the real money is made at for venues. Not much is made off the door. I don't know of anybody in the local scene that's doing merch splits. And if they are, shame on you. But yeah, I do think that kind of going back to, a couple decades ago mentality, not only in the distribution game of getting your music out, but also the actual sound. Like you said, Randall, like you're trying to bring some of that new flavor back and give it a a resurgence.
Mhm.
I know DGMA them boys have been new metal but they've been around for a minute, and Nico and Zach and Reagan, and for the life of me I always forget their drummer's name. I think it's Chris. I could be wrong, but yeah, those are some of the homies, and I think it's great that you guys are paired up with them. Let's talk about the music.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the music. What in the world do we get to look forward to? Are we doing single drops? Are we going to do a full EP release? Walk us through how the music came to be and when can we expect it?
Yeah, well, when I joined up with these guys, Eric and Joe had about 6 tracks, maybe 5, 6 tracks that they were working with. I've come in, written a few songs, and we've just, taken everything to where it is now and finding what our lineup is trying to do. But as far as strategy and what we're gonna put out, right now we talked about content and the social media grind. I think the nature of the industry now is like, oh, you got to have content all the time, and that's why people do the single drops. We'd rather come out with an EP. We're gonna do a 4-track EP. It's coming out next month, end of August. We want people to get a pretty nice little full serving of what we're about, not
Oh
just a
yeah.
little teaser, right? So we got 4 tracks off of that. 3 of those were written with Joe and Eric in the beginning, and one of those is one of the tracks I wrote. It's gonna be as we went into a studio, worked with this guy Brett Wassom. He's produced for Bad News, Gut Wrench, Waterworld, some hardcore bands in the area.
Awesome
So
bands.
yeah, we want to have a little bit of a mix. Not that super overproduced, but not super raw like a garage band. One mic in the room. So yeah, we're stoked, man. I've got one of the tracks back, early master, and that's kind of the one we're gonna use as a reference for the rest. So I would imagine before July's done, we'll have the tracks wrapped up, and then it's just, we got to get everything ready, and we got to put a little bit of thought into how we're gonna push it out. But yeah, end of August, and we got a show lined up at the Harley Davidson dealership, Cowboy Harley Davidson, down in South Austin. Still kind of getting the lineup and the everything sorted on that, but that event is confirmed.
I'll be honest, I don't know of anybody that's ever had a release at a Harley Davidson that
Yeah.
I've never heard. How did that work out?
Well, you know what, bro? Like we
He's like, dude, sit back. Let me tell you this wild story, okay? My cousin went in there for, a roadster, and next thing you know, we're throwing a fucking show.
I'll tell you buy enough Harley Davidsons, and
Buy enough bikes,
you get a little throw your weight around down there. I got an addiction, man.
You got a fucking frequent, like a punch card. You're like,
Yeah.
fifth Harley gets you a free show.
Yeah, I'm joking, man. But really, we're all about events. We're all about tapping into communities of, dare I say it, like the boys that are kind of like the guys we want to share our music with, the guys we want to share a beer with, right?
Yeah.
So we did a show with this wrestling group in town called Death in the Family a while back at Kick Butt Coffees. Like, we were up on stage and there was a 4-way deathmatch wrestling bout going right in front of us.
That's up on your YouTube, right? That's the one you guys sent me? Okay.
Yeah. Crazy, bro. It was so
nuts.
Sick. And so, like other things we want to explore, like bikers, bike meetups. We want to play Sturgis at some point. We want to play car meets,
Bro, do you say Sturgis?
Yeah.
You're going to shoot for man, just if I had my applause sample, I would hit it right now, but that's crazy.
Bro, like you got to bet on Seratonin. I mean, I was listening to some of your other podcasts, these guys were talking about buy their stocks now.
Yeah,
we're on that way too, bro. Like Seratonin stocks.
Get in on the ground floor, boys. Hold, diamond hands. Let's go.
Upside is gonna be huge. But no, like to be honest with you, bro, the way it really worked was I'll be sending emails, dude. I got a nice template. I got a media kit, press kit, whatever you want to call it, and I just keep it up to date. And like you said, people want to see your stats, they want to see your follows, blah blah blah. And I reached out and I was like, hey, look, we do this kind of music. It would be awesome. Your fans would love it. We've done events with these wrestling people, and it's high energy, and we'd love to collaborate on an event. And they have a customer appreciation event coming up, and we're just like, let's make it about Harley. Let's make it about your customers. We'll be there. Our EP release is also going to be aligned with this, but sometimes people like in bands, it's like, oh, it's all about us. It's all about us,
right?
But sometimes you also need to kind of sit back and say, well, we're playing a role, we're putting events on. There are business goals that you have, and we want to help you achieve those. And then there's, secondary benefits for us.
Man, golly, it sounds like, are you the band dad? Are you the band dad?
I'm the band dad for certain.
Well, man, I have got to say, you are on the right path from just all of those standpoints. EP release, raising the money to do it yourself, not being so in your face on the social media, but more in the sense of, here are our shows, reaching out to random people like a Harley Davidson in South Austin and wanting to play Sturgis. Like, those are good. So, I mean, just getting out there. I mean, I know there's bands that play countless shows here locally, week after week after week after week. And, like, I just went to Chess Club and saw the band Poacher do their debut show, and it was it was chaos from beginning to end. And then the High Cost of Playing God, and then old school guys, Chest Pain, followed with, I think, Imminent End. It was great because Chess Club is super small, like 50 people in there, and it's like a sold out crowd and very small stage. I've had my blinders on. I've been, since Come and Take It Live has been my sponsor for fucking ever. obviously I go there. I go where it's familiar, right?
Mm.
And I go there and high five and hug, and it's a big homie hangout every time I go there, which is super great because the community is strong and it's healthy. But then you step outside of, the bigger is mid-tier venue and go to the smaller stages, and the love is, the community I think is even stronger at the smaller spots or the off market, like, places like Harley Davidson. So and they're just having, is it like you said, a customer appreciation thing, and you guys are just going to be back there fucking slaying music?
I mean, there's going to be like a cook-off. There's going to be some sort of food, some
Bar,
activities.
dude.
Yeah.
Drinks.
And then we're booking the lineup. So we're going to do a mixed bill, Harley centric. We're going to do some classic straight country. We're going to do some more like hard rock. So, we're curating that.
You're doing like a buffet of music, huh?
Yeah, we'll probably have 4 bands, maybe 5. But we're just trying to put something together that the Harley Davidson community, the biker community, would just have a good time, man. Stick around for. So.
Dude, let me help. Let me help. I will. That sounds fun. So if you, we'll talk more about that later.
We need everybody coming out to that one, man. And it's a massive space too.
Yeah, I've driven by it many a time on my way to like Samo or just somewhere south.
Yeah.
Plus during my job, just driving around the city.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's great, man. Yeah, fuck, dude, that's probably gonna be fun as shit. Just hear dudes out there just fucking rapping on them, and you guys are like, "Here's the breakdown, ting, whatever."
Yeah, exactly.
That'll be my dream. If I can hear a fucking ride smack and then someone just do a burnout,
dude.
We'll have to inquire about that, actually.
Yeah.
Some collaboration with a dude on a chopper.
Yeah, I know we want to have the bike set up in front of the stage too. So it'll be badass.
Yeah, dude, that's going to be cool, man. So besides that show, you've got the one with Un Loco as well, right?
Yeah, man.
So how does it, let me ask this, and each of you can answer or just one. How does it feel to play with a band such as Un Loco, being as new as you guys are?
Man, it's just a huge validation of the thesis, And we talked about this kind of stuff a lot, So we have friends in bands and they tell us, oh, you got to do this, and these are the steps in this order before you can play here, XYZ. And I always take it as a challenge. I've told Joe so many times, I'm like, bro, we're going to do this, and this before we even drop an EP. No one's even, you know what I mean? Like, people are going to be like, who the fuck is Seratonin and how did they get here? And like, why?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that to me is, again, a validation of the thesis, a validation of how we move, what we believe in. And when the music drops, I think it's going to be a whole new chapter too, right? Like, we're going to have the ability to, punch a little higher still, and trust the music slaps, bro. Like, I'll send you an advanced look after this, this one song. But yeah, man, it feels great. I'm super stoked. I love Un Loco, man. And I know that they don't get their flowers often enough. They're a little more niche within a niche within a niche community.
Yeah.
Those guys rock, and I can't wait to meet them and share the stage, dude.
Yeah. Said it best, man.
What about Joe when it comes to vocals? Sorry, completely change gears here. My brain's going a million. I got so many questions. How do you, Joe, have you always been in this style of vocals, or like let's just get to know you. We'll get to know each of you out here. What's your story, Joe? Where'd you come from? How'd you get here? Why'd you choose this style?
Yeah, man. Before living in Central Texas, I used to live in Hawaii.
No shit.
And man, I lived there for quite a while, and music scene out there. Hey, mahalo, bro. It's pretty dead out there. The music scene, if you like reggae, that's cool. But as far as like, if you like Bob Marley.
I'm sorry, dude. That was just such like side eye. Oh my god, that was no shade on that.
No shade on that at all. No shade.
I love reggae.
Yeah, I love reggae too, bro. I love reggae too.
Oh man.
But that's all it is, So like, I had some money in the bank, and I'm like, fuck it, dude. I'm gonna move to Texas. And
so you just were like, I'm out.
I'm out.
Did you have any Did you have any friends here that were like, come here and we'll hang out? Or
No, just a family member, and
wow.
just stayed with them for, I'd say probably like 4 or 5 months, and then moved out, got my own apartment, and I've been living there for like 4 or 5 years. So,
Damn. Okay.
and once I was kind of settled down, I had the job and everything on lock. All right, well, start a band now, and
Got it.
so yeah, man. And then, as far as the vocals, our artistic style and everything, just always been into harder music, man. Always been into that kind of stuff.
And
1000%.
the the relative that you came, are they still here? Or or
Yeah, it's my mom. Yeah, she's still here. Yeah, she says, yeah.
it's not like some like, Uncle Dan that's like, yeah,
No,
you
no,
can
no.
crash on the couch, Joe. Come on, boy.
No.
Well, cool,
No,
man.
not at
Shout out to
all.
mom.
Yeah, man. Yeah, shout out to mom, dude.
Hey man, can't do it. Can't, you gotta have in any walk of life, you need a support structure, whether it's one person, whether it's 10 people, 100 people.
Yeah.
And
Dude, you can never do it alone.
you
do
can't,
things
man.
alone.
There's a lot of people going through this world that are by themselves, that are lonely, that, almost intentionally seclude themselves. And then, something goes wrong in their life and they reach out, and then it's like I've been here the whole time, man. Like, just fucking call a bitch.
Yeah.
But well, that's cool, man. That's cool. So from Hawaii, just up and left,
Just
been
up and
here
left, man.
for 5 years, and now we're fronting Seratonin. That's all right,
Yes,
man.
sir. Yep.
What about you, Mr. Louisiana? I'm sorry, didn't mean to let that one slip. But
Well, look, I mean, I'm from Louisiana. I grew up there.
we're talking like Baton Rouge, north, south.
Yeah,
what
Baton
part?
Rouge,
Baton, okay.
I moved there when I was 9, so I was in like the country of Mississippi before then.
Okay.
But and I was born in Florida, so I'm like Gulf
You're just moving further
Yeah.
west. Just like
yeah,
I-10 South or whatever it is.
yeah. My dad's family's from North Carolina.
Hey,
so shout
let's
out
go.
to you. Mom's family's from Alabama, so yeah, I'm a Southern boy.
All right.
But after college, man, I went to LSU. I was playing in a band. I moved up to New York City for a few years. I moved to LA for a few years.
Wow.
I was backpacking in Asia, and then like COVID started, so I got stuck in Sri Lanka for 2 years.
Wait. This is why. This is okay. Let me get my other back support pillow ready for this conversation. So you moved around to all the major metropolitan areas and then got stuck in Sri Lanka during COVID?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to make sure I had that timeline right. I guess we'll start with just the easy stuff. Why the city hopping? What took you to those different cities?
I was working in marketing, bro. I was working in advertising out of college, got an internship, moved up to New York, got a job. And then
So college, what'd you study in college?
I study like mass communication.
Well, Jesus Christ. Okay, here we go. So from LSU, internship, big city, and then Sri Lanka? I mean, how'd we get there?
I was working at this video game company in Cali, and I got laid off, and a severance package. I can go fuck off for a little bit. So I went traveling at the, some would say the wrong time. Actually, I think I had the best COVID experience of anyone in the whole world, bro.
Okay.
Like Sri Lanka it was chill. I was surfing every day. I was playing reggae music, actually, no cap. Like, there was a cool, like, all the weirdest people in the world that were like, oh my God, the world might end. I'm not going to go home. I'm going to stay in this strange place. Like, all those people were there. So great community, man. But,
man,
I can relate to Joe living on Hawaii because, it's another island. There's not a music scene aside from just some beach jams and stuff, right? So I'm glad I got back this way. I came back to Louisiana. I was in Louisiana for about 3-4 years, just kind of resetting. And I was filling in for some friends' bands here and there, but I wanted to do like some new metal or something like this. And every time I try and bring it up, people just clown me, dude. Like, Louisiana, that's not the scene.
Okay.
And I was like, well, I'm going to leave.
I'm taking my ball and I'm going home.
Yeah, it's like, I want to do this kind of music, and I, screw you guys, I'm going home. But I've played country, I've played blues. I was in a Christian band in church when I was a kid.
Hell yeah.
I was in cover bands. I started like a hip hop R&B project out in Cali. I play the trumpet too. So I've just been doing all sorts of stuff, man. But like this is the kind of, yeah, I know we don't have enough time, but like the serotonin is kind of like the band I wanted to be in when I was like 13 years old. And like, I was listening to System of a Down. I was in 4th grade. Someone brought a Korn CD to my Catholic school, and like at recess, I was like, I'm gonna get in trouble for hearing this.
Yeah. You're
Like, I was like, I'm instantly grounded just because this music's so crazy, but like, I'm stoked, bro. We played the Tunnels recently, like a week ago. And
real quick, for those that don't know the Tunnels, can you explain what it is? This is one of those things where it's not, it's not a secret, but it is a secret.
The Tunnels, man. It's in Austin. You can't find it on a map. Somebody has to send you the coordinates and park under the bridge, man. And then you take like a 3-4 minute walk all the way down into this underpass kind of thing. And yeah, man, what would you say? It's not like a sewer, but it's like
it's not quite Ninja Turtles level.
Yeah, it's not Ninja Turtles. That's
Splinter might come out,
But it feels it's like a movie, bro. It literally feels like a movie when you're there,
So would you would recommend it to other bands to at least try and get in the Tunnels to play?
1,000.
Yeah, 100%, dude. Especially if you got the energy, if you can bring the energy, man. But like, it's one of those things too where we didn't seek it out. We started, playing here and there, and then we got invited to play a house show, and then at the house show, another band was like, "Oh, you guys should come to the Tunnels because you rocked that set." And then we played the Tunnels, so it was, I would say you got to increase your underground involvement, more DIY, get off the beaten path. It's not a venue you can just like send an email to and be like, hello, we'd like to play at the Tunnels.
At tunnels@gmail.com. That doesn't work.
Yeah.
Definitely no social media for the Tunnels. Cool, man. Damn. So, wow, this is why I like doing this, is just getting to know, you guys as people. So that way, you can hear your backstory, where you came from, how you got here. I mean, I had zero, like being stuck in Sri Lanka during COVID and also playing at Harley Davidson was definitely not on my bingo card for you guys.
My friends are like, bro, you are in a metal band now? What the hell? I'm a yoga teacher too, bro. So like all my like past students
for
in
yoga?
Louisiana, 100%. But like now they're like, wait, what? I used to have long ass hair and shit too. So did Joe. But like,
I'm working on my locks, guys. But they're back here. Working on it. Keep that Pantene Pro V.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Just got to keep people guessing. Just keep life fun. Keep just following your dreams, your passions. Like why not try this? Why not do this thing you always wanted to do?
Exactly.
I want to add to Randall's point real quick. One thing that I find that's interesting is that he mentioned about always wanting to play in a heavier band throughout his life, but never really had the means to. I was in the same position too, because I grew up in a military household. So we were always kind of moving around, and once just always bouncing around from state to state. Never was in one place for too long, so could never really find the right band to start because, well, I'm gonna leave anyway, you know. And so I definitely call Texas home, and it's just kind of an interesting lineup of events. He was looking for a metal band, so was I. So yeah.
What who was in the military, mom or dad, or both?
My father. Yeah.
Okay. What stations did I was in the Marine Corps back in the day, 01 to 06. Yeah.
Whoa, yeah. My dad was in the Marine Corps. That's part of the reason why I was in Hawaii. He was at not Camp Pendleton.
Yeah, that's Cali. Don't get me lying on the base out there.
Kaneohe Bay, whatever Kaneohe Bay is. I can't remember the name of it, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay. No, but yeah, I definitely understand about the moving thing. My sister is married to a guy in the Army, been with him since she was like 18. Now they've got 2 kids. He's getting ready. He's a sergeant major now.
Yeah.
Blows my mind that, because like a lot of guys do the military, they'll do the 20 years. And if you go in at 17, 18, 19, you could, retire at 37, 38, 39, and then catch a check the rest of your life with healthcare.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
and then when you're in your late 30s, early 40s, like myself, I'm 42, I'll be 43 next month. And I feel like I've got way more gas in the tank. I've got this new segment called the Texas Takeover on the radio, which led, it was born out of this, and kind of the same story. Not the same. It's definitely not the same story. But there is a through line here that we're all, living these different experiences, and somehow we landed here in Austin, Texas to, just be a part of the community, to exist, to share art, create art, and, support whatever scene you want to get into. But, the whole moving around thing, not knowing, is it time to move? Did my dad get orders? Like, am I going to get laid off? Like, things just come at you sideways. And then, you always have backup plans and then other things to do. But I think the fact that you guys are doing, ground level stuff to where people are going, like, looking at each other like, who the fuck is this? Like, where can I see them next? And then, you go online and you can't really find much. But what do you think? I'll start with you, Joe. What do you think? What do you think the most exciting thing for the rest of this year is going to be for you?
Just making new fans, man. Meeting new people, new connections. It's all about the people that you meet at shows. That's everything. So every show that we have coming up, definitely looking forward to that. And what about you?
Yeah, I mean, for me, the fall and winter is, in my mind, it represents a whole new slate of possibility for the band, where we've been booking these shows and achieving whatever you want to call it, like getting on Harley or Radio East, blah blah blah, making these fans from a place of, like you said, like complete mystery. So as like the band's presence coalesces, and the music kind of, it's something tangible you can listen to and you can see it. I'm really excited to take that forward and then see what we can do as far as booking, what kind of shows we can play. We want to play certain venues around town that have had closed doors thus far. I love a challenge. I'm trying to beat doors down. I'm trying to be like, yo, okay, you guys. No one's like, oh, fuck you guys. But, it's like, okay, you didn't reply to our email 3 months ago. Well, all right, check us out now. It's like, it's fun. It's fun to see what we can achieve.
Sorry about that. Well, I'm excited. I'm excited, not only for you guys, but I'm excited for everybody else to actually get in there, get in the room, see what you guys can do. And then, obviously just buy the merch and keep. That is a fucking huge water bottle, my friend. Good Lord.
It's a gallon.
Jesus. Man, what
heavy duty, bro.
It's heavy duty, man.
He's like, I drink one of these every hour.
It feels like it. I work for the post office, so I'm outside every day.
Hey, shout out to the post office. Hell yeah.
USPS, brother.
I feel the struggle on the consumption of H2O. I'm a pool dude, so I'm out every day cleaning pools, teaching people how not to fuck them up.
Yeah,
and it's hot out there, y'all. So
get yourself a 128 ounce water bottle, man.
Yeah.
Thank me later.
Surprisingly, people don't know how many ounces are in a full gallon. It blows my mind, but then again, it's one of those like questions that I just feel like you just should know the answer to, but then it's like, why the fuck do I need to know how many ounces are in a gallon if I'm I don't know, marketing major or fucking, but anyway, that's a different conversation. Oh man. Well, any final shout outs, any thank yous, any random fact that we need to know about you guys before we get out of here?
Man, shout outs to our producer Brett for working with us on this first EP.
Shout out to Brett, dude.
For sure. And shout out to us for our merch. It's all DIY.
DIY,
garage. Oh no, but like, you know,
No, dude, I've been staring at that shirt and the what's draped over. Yeah, that shirt. Yeah, let's show the people. Show the people what they can come and buy.
People, yeah, man, make these ourselves.
Hell yeah.
Tape is just a label.
Are those tie-dye or some type of bleach out?
We bleach. We got some stencils. We got a new stencil coming with our updated logo. But yeah, we make these in the garage, dude.
Fuck yeah. We're gonna do a merch swap. I'll damn, do I have any around here? Okay, I'll go get it after we're done. I don't want to eat up the time, but so man, dude, that looks great. I think you guys are on the right path, doing everything. I mean, and that's how it starts, right? In-house, everybody plays their role. Get out, network, random show here, obvious show over here. You know, dreams through the roof, expectations a little bit lower, and just like you said, just getting out there and networking. I think it's great. What's the socials? Where can people find you and support you?
We're at seratonin.band, and we have a Facebook, we have a YouTube, but like we're, you know, Instagram's our main.
Facebook's for the boomers, and
Facebook's for the boomers.
And I mean, and I'll be honest, and it's starting to be more like me and my buddy were talking yesterday. He's like, remember when Facebook came out, and then like 10 years later, you know, the boomers got in there like you know, and they didn't know how to use it, and you know, they're like yelling at people. He cited this one story where it's just like, you know, Kathy is complaining about the next door neighbor's cat getting in the yard or something. Yeah, exactly. And it's like, or like, have you seen my cat? Or, you know, it's more just like them, you know, yelling at you on Facebook versus actually using it for the tool that it is. And Facebook has its place now. It's definitely an antiquated platform. It's honestly, I really don't even know why I'm on there anymore. It's because Instagram, I primarily operate out of Instagram.
Yeah, you know, some people have showed up to shows. We'll post like a Facebook event for our shows. It's just coverage. But some people have been like, "Oh, I saw this cool Facebook event." So you know.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it has its place, but you know, I think most people are kind of like sticking to one platform as their like go to, and then utilizing others. I don't see too many bands operating on like X or Threads or anything. It's like it's more for like, I feel like that's more for like politics and basketball.
If we had a big following that would care what we had to say, sure, but you know, it's also just like I've listened to other episodes of on your podcast, and like you said, current thread is like everyone's so tired of having to manage all this stuff. You know, we got to run like 5-6 different businesses behind this, and the more efficient I can make social media, I don't want to have to I got to pre-write 20 tweets this week. Like,
yeah, even on my software for this, they just updated it, which shout out to Riverside. I'm not sponsored by them, wish I was, but they have added things in like a scheduler and, you know, transcriptions, and it's all like this software is a one-stop shop. It helps me, you know, find the clips and do all this other stuff, but now it's, you know, it's one click and it hits, you know, 5 platforms, and it is better. I mean, there's been companies out there or software out there that's been doing that for years, but for me as a one-man band over here, it is easier just to like primarily focus on one platform, and then okay, I'll put something over here and I'll put something over there. But well, cool guys. Again, I am excited. I am really, since that Harley show is on a Saturday. Do you know what time it is? What time it's going to kick off?
We're still talking through the details. I'm fairly certain that it'll be kind of a early afternoon into the early evening event. So definitely something going on between like 3, 4, and 6, maybe on the other ends of that too. But we'll keep you posted, man.
Cool, man. Yeah, I'm
excited.
We'd
love to have you out, man.
If I don't make it to that one, I'll see you guys at the Un Loco show. Definitely gonna go and check that one out. Haven't seen them play in a minute. And
nice.
So cool, man. I'm excited. I can't wait to hear the snippet. It's one of the other cool reasons why I keep doing this is I get to hear the shit before it launches, you know. And
early access.
Secret safe with me, my friends. But
nice.
With all that said, guys, I greatly appreciate your time. from as a podcaster, host, and just as a fan, I just want to say thank you guys for creating the art and allowing me to share your story and help get the word out. I think that it's going to be, like you said, like buy our stock now, like invest. You know what I mean?
Buy a shirt.
Buy a shirt, man.
Buy
That
merch,
is,
man.
yeah. And I think, and now more than ever, you know, that's the name of the game is my friend actually, and I'll close on this. My friend said, like, when I build the Texas Takeover playlist, it's all DIY. It's not, I don't go to Spotify or Apple Music and say, or ChatGPT or Claude and be like, create a playlist of Texas locals that sound like this. It's literally me putting a message out. If you want your shit on the radio, send it to me, or, you know, my various collection of CDs and iTunes roster. But my friend Dave said that he doesn't buy or stream. He doesn't subscribe to any platforms. He would rather go buy a t-shirt and then be a walking billboard for that band. And I mean, I know I've probably heard that time and time again, but just kind of hearing it again from a different person definitely makes a lot of sense. I mean, shit, I'm supporting Affiant Records. They're a record label out of Dallas, and they've got like various bands that sound, you know, kind of rock, radio rock. There's some harder stuff on there, but you know, just supporting local at all cost, not at all costs, but just supporting local when you can. Going to a show, buy the merch, buy the tickets, you know, share the flyer, do all that fun stuff. So that way you guys can. It's more impactful when more people are involved. So I am definitely trying to fucking toot the horn for everybody to get out there and support you guys as well.
Dude, if you live in Austin, bro, there's kids out in Kansas that wish they could go to a sick ass local show. You know what I mean? So like, if you're here, you get your ass out there, man. Take advantage.
Yeah, definitely, and mix it up. You know, I need to heed my own advice about going to different shows, different mix bills. You know, Valhalla, Radio East, Mohawks, you know, just all the Chess Club, all the other spots that really don't get maybe I don't know that they're getting the love that they should be because I'm not really paying attention the way I should be. So I'm going to be more of a steward or ambassador of you know, more more venues to see and experience more genres and more stuff like that. But any final words before we hit stop?
Thank you, bro. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us on, man.
Dude, thank you guys for saying, yeah, I'll come on your dumb show.
Shout out to everybody watching, man. ATX Metal Podcast, dude. Fuck yeah, man. Absolutely.
Now's the time, boys. Buy your stocks now. It's cheap, but it's going to be pretty expensive later. But yeah, I wish you guys nothing but the best. And just stick around once I let everything do what it's got to do in the background. Again, everybody, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. This is Seratonin. They've got a bunch of shows coming up.
Yeah, September 18th is Un Loco.
September 18th. My apologies. I'll just edit that out. But all right. Thank you very much, everybody. We love you. I'm Ryan. This is Seratonin. See you later.
Thank you.